Nick, and I'm working with Tree, and we're gonna make some sushi today.
First, we got edamame seaweed. Then we got salmon, cucumber, the rice, which is very important, and the sushi roller.
So for the first step, we're gonna have to heat up the rice. On average, we put it in for about 45 seconds. All right, our sushi is ready.
So first, we're gonna be cutting the cucumber. And first, you cut off the end piece, just like that. And you're gonna move that aside and cut it right in the middle. Try not to cut your finger. All right. And then you're gonna cut it in half again.
Second step gets a little bit harder, but what you need to do is you need to get some rice in a spoon, and you need to lay it on the top of the columns. So if you look closely, I don't know if you can see it through the camera, but there's these columns that they're divided in. You want to fill up the rice with about like all three of the columns, and make sure to go through them thoroughly. Make sure you fill it all around. This part can take a while sometimes because you have to make sure each part is equal. And make sure not to add too little or too much.
So first step we're gonna do is we're gonna lay the cucumber first onto the top part of the sushi roll. And after that, we're gonna be using the salmon that we bought and lay it across, making sure it's all evenly spread.
It's probably one of the hardest, if not the hardest step. But what you want to do is, this is when you're actually going to roll the sushi roll. It's sushi roll. But what you want to do is you want to make sure it goes over. And the key part is you have to keep this tight. So what you want to do is grab this end and the top of this roll and push apart so the roll itself gets tight. And as you're rolling it down, you always need to keep it tight. Because if you don't, it's just gonna be all floppy when you take it out. You're gonna unroll it, and bada bing, bada boom. And now the tricky part is this is where a lot of people screw up. You have to cut it, and you wanna make sure you cut it really slow, because if not, you're not gonna get that sushi form, and it's just gonna be all gloopy and broken apart. That's our first piece of sushi. And we're just gonna keep cutting it. Our second piece of sushi, right there.
We're gonna change the variety and make sure we're using smoked tuna. And now we have our piece of tuna, and we're gonna make our sushi roll. So next step, we're gonna be adding the smoked tuna into the sushi, and we're gonna roll it. Now this is our finished product, and we're gonna put it on the cutting board. And this is our first piece. And our second piece. Alright, so this is our finished product, the salmon and the tuna. Thank you for watching our how to make sushi video.